All right, everyone, and hello. Welcome to our 20th anniversary Monster Hunter Countdown. Up next, 181 Green Nargacuga sitting right on top of Green Plesioth. Weird to see any type of Nargacuga this low, I think only because you only got one vote. People generally love Nargacuga. I mean, he was like the edgiest, most likely to show up under like a GameFAQs user's username badge out of like any of the monsters in like the older generation games. He got a little chunky in world. I guess we're not looking at him though. We're looking at Green Narga. Interesting looking set, kind of like a gimp mask. Is kind of weird. This will be special. We're actually going to be using his weapons. At least it's a combination of him and normal Nargacuga weapons. When they do split, Narga is like more raw, less sharpness, less affinity compared to normal Narga. Still pretty good affinity though. Armor set actually ended up being really good in 3 Ultimate. Like, for a full set, you could definitely make it work. I've got a pretty good talisman that lets us get attack up small and razor sharp. And then that's on top of the set's evasion 2, stamina recovery up, and focus. So that's pretty good. I think you could use this set fairly well. As for his hit zones, definitely, I mean, at least for dual blades, you would have really wanted to bring either Thunder or Blast. Either one of those would go really, really hard, especially if you're just fighting, you know, the one of him. Want to hit the head for raw? Everything else is really bad. Really, really, really bad unless you're using Blast, or I guess I should say Slime or Thunder. Fun monster to fight. I mean, it's always fun trying to evade the roars, and with Evasion +2, it's more or less guaranteed that you'll get it, as long as you don't just press the button too late. I don't know that we show it off. One of the few significant differences between Green Narga and Narga is that his tail spikes there will stun. He gets a double tail slam. And when you break his face, his right, is the one that breaks, as opposed to Narga's, usually it's his left eye. I know I said Portable 3rd and 3 Ultimate were the games where subspecies really mattered. And I mean, there are differences here, but maybe they could have cooked a little bit longer. By the way, I should say, Green Nargacuga first showed up Monster Hunter Portable 3rd. We're fighting him in 3 Ultimate, though. This is the Wii U version of him. G-rank version of him. Love those eye trails, man. Look really, really good. So yeah, I mean, even if in the context of a normal Nargacuga dual blades or his dual blades, later on, way later in the list, we will get to Lucent Nargacuga, and that was a highly coveted weapon type as well. Some weapons would have poison on them, not all of them. The Rise versions of Lucent Narga weapons are interesting. They're meant to be played around with the various armor skills that came out during his update. As for this guy, though, I mean, you know, there's not too much to say. I mean, I don't know. Maybe some of you have only ever fought the World Nargacuga. Definitely some similarities, of course, in their moveset. But I feel like World Nargacuga, I don't know. He gained weight. When I think of Nargacuga, I think of a really, really fast monster that evades a lot. Constantly jumping around. This one does that. Green Nargacuga definitely fits the billing there. So here he is, exhausted. You can hit his little claws. They are better to help break the razors than hitting the actual razors themselves, even though I do go in and I hit the actual razors whenever an opportunity presents itself. You do need them. I mean, most weapons and armor pieces do require a good number of them, so it's worth trying to get the break. You'll also get a trip. At a certain point, he'll start sliding around as well, which is a little helpful. It's especially fun whenever he does the double tailspin. I know we get a little bit of footage of that later on. But evading through his spinning tail or evading through his tail flips, I think is probably one of the better ways to learn evasion in this game. They move really fast, and they've got very telegraphed animations, so you can like really prepare for them. Here's a tail cut. There it goes. It's good to get a tail cut. You want to get plenty of medullas and all of his various tail-related drops as well. That was scary back in Free to Be Night. Normal Nargacuga's tail slam did a ton of damage. So I think, was I Cha-Cha Kayama there? Just broke the other razor. That's why he fell over. There's one. He doesn't always do the double. And it doesn't seem like he needs to be enraged to do the double either. Sometimes I've seen him do it and he wasn't enraged. One thing I didn't show off, I probably should show off at some point though, is if he's in a pouncing state, unenraged, you can use a sonic bomb to get a trip off. It's a little helpful. It'll always enrage him, but it's a thing. Help you get some more hits off on the head. Is it a reason why you should not fight things in little tunnels? There wasn't really anywhere for me to go. I was mid-animation anyways, but gotta be a little careful. Those eye trails are just so good. So there's the razor break that finally went off. Pretty long, almost like 10 seconds, I guess. Maybe 7 seconds he's down for. Yeah, I love his spinning. So good. Yeah, a lot of times that little bite there will also always get you as well. Things that don't have telegraphs and monsters that telegraph a lot is easy to catch you off guard. All right, Nargacuga Lash, a top flight Nargacuga tail, an ideal crafting material due to its flexibility and strength. Green Nargacuga Shard, a verdant green Nargacuga scale. Its color shifts in response to light, fading into the scenery. Heavy green Nargafane, a sharp green Nargacuga fang. More a tooth than a blade, so handle with caution. I think that was supposed to say more a blade than a tooth, but I'm not going to blow you up, 8-4. You guys have done great work. Green Narga Dapples, thick dappled fur from a green Nargacuga scales. The random colors act as camouflage. Green Narga Tail Spear, a spike from a green Nargacuga's tail. So sharp its victims don't even notice their mortal wound. Green Narga Razor Plus, a sharp, wide blade wing from a green Nargacuga. Don't touch it unless you want to lose a hand. Wow, okay, so that's it for Green Nargacuga. A lot of items that time. Coming up next, Green Plesioth. We'll be fighting him in Monster Hunter Free to Be Night. There was a lot of requests to see him there. We'll probably fight normal Plesioth in 3 Ultimate. Look forward to it. Thank you all again so much for watching. I love you. Goodbye.